What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Carson, and we're covering more Infinite Magicraid content. Now it is going to be featuring Tuck and why Tuck is so good in this game. We're going to go over his exclusives, his emblems, his aura, and then we're going to read through his skills obviously and his equipment. But we're always going to start with the skill descriptions. So before we get into this video, please do click like, subscribe and comment below to help this channel grow. And let me know your thoughts on Tuck. So first up is basic attack. Ice Axe throwing deals damage to a single enemy by 7% of Tuck's maximum health. This attack has an extra 50% piercing rate, meaning he ignores 50% defense. Deals 50% more damage to targets under freeze status. This attack cannot land as a crit. When it's upgraded, it does deal 0.5% extra damage each time, leading up to 9% of his maximum health, which isn't too shabby. Second active skill, or first active skill, is Frost Guard. There is a 30% chance to inflict freeze on all enemies and all allies for one turn, meaning it's vital we have his exclusive 1 because he acts 1 extra turn after casting Frost Guard. It does go into a 50% chance to inflict freeze, and it has a 4-turn cooldown on upgrades. Now his passive is Frost Bloodline. Tuck is immune to freeze. Tuck gains 1 layer of icicle whenever an enemy target is inflicted with freeze, which increases his damage dealt by 2%, up to 50 layers. Meanwhile, Tuck gains a layer of Ice Shield, which reduces his damage taken by 2% up to 10 layers, meaning 20% less damage overall. This does increase layer of icicle, deals more damage, and each layer of Ice Shield reduces damage taken. We know what my maths is like, we're not going into that. Exclusive 3, Tuck pursues and attacks the enemy target 1 time when he inflicts freeze on them. I'm tempted to know, is it just a target we select on our freeze that he pursues, or can he go on to, he wouldn't go on to all 5, just be the one that we select. But on this note here, he is immune to freeze, meaning Nasil can't freeze him, obviously. So if we did have him fast enough, he could therefore cleanse our team from freeze, meaning we're not losing any turns by the freeze. So he is an amazing Nasil counter in that sense. And he could also, you know, stop us from those nasty combos at the minute with Nasil and Quinlan in PvP, meaning Quinlan can't do quite as much damage. Alright, so moving on to his final one, Frost Shelter increases all allies' maximum health cap by 25% for 2 turns. Meanwhile, grants all allies a shield by 40% of maximum health for 2 turns and cleanses all of their freeze effects. This is why it's important to have an exclusive 1. So we can freeze the enemy, and then we freeze some of our own. And in fact, we do want to freeze our own allies because we can take the emblem, which grants us a bigger shield when our allies are under control effects or freeze. So, like, if we're being frozen, we want Tuck to give us a bigger shield. Just let me quickly go to that right now while we're at it. I believe it's this one here. Beneath notice, for allies under control effects, healing effect and shield effect is increased by 12%, meaning it's a 52% health shield, right? Oh no, it'd be a 40% shield, health shield, but it would be increased by 12%. Very nice, very nice. That's for all control effects. Also, we need to check his exclusives all in all. So he gains 1 extra turn on his exclusive 1. Frost Shelter additionally grants all allies 50% effects resistance for 2 turns, which is another big one. That's another big one, meaning we can cleanse our freeze, and then it means that we're not going to get hit by, let's say, silence so much. But the trouble with that is that Asindo is so fast. We're never going to stop Asindo from landing her silences AoE, at least anyway. Level 3, he pursues and attacks the enemy target 1 time when he inflicts freeze on them, and then his final 2 increase speed. Now let's have a little look at his emblems quickly. I have done 2 emblem sets here. If you want to choose this first one, this is for PvP build, for your Tuck, meaning health, when self as a shield damage taken is decreased, shield effect is increased, effect hit goes up before the waves, and we also can increase our self speed up to 5 times when inflicting a layer of buff or debuff successfully, and he can, do quite a few of those. 12% chance to reduce his skill cooldown, 30% chance to remove 1 layer of non-control buff at the beginning of a turn. And for targets with less speed than self, effect hit is increased. Now, defense percent increase, damage reflect, which can be very nice. Before the end of the first turn of each wave, effect resistance increase, control resistance increase, and then we take the restore self health at the beginning of each, or the first 3 turns for each wave. Now, obviously, we take the speed. That one is vital for PvP. You know how important speed is in PvP. And for PvE, I like to go this route. Let me select it. There we go. This one is pretty similar. We'll make sure we take this beneath notice because we're increasing our shield. But we take max health rather than the speed. So it is very similar. It's just taking max health. It's pretty simple. Okay, so switch between the two is definitely worth it for PvP and a difference in PvE. You know, we can definitely go and check PvP first, however, in a moment. His aura, now he doesn't have an aura on at the moment, okay, but I would like to have recovery horn aura, and that's why he doesn't have one on, because I want it with the recovery horn aura for blue tower so that we can heal up our allies as we go on. You can see this here, it restores all allies health by 4% up to 9% of self max health after casting active skills, and he does cast quite a few active skills, so he's got a nice amount of heals, especially 2 times in one. You wouldn't really want to proc that straight away though if we're not low on health, so you try and space it a bit if you can. On the green front of things, you're definitely going to want to choose range hit aura. Every one enemy target increases self effect up. Blue, we could go down the likes of maybe extra recovery aura for himself, but it's not going to do a huge amount. I would stick with the green, to be fair. I would stick with the green, to be fair. On the purple side, we could go speed mark aura for the tower, or yeah, definitely recovery horn aura. That's what you want to aim for. We could potentially go down the route of turn meeting. That's for the kill. That's not going to make any difference. We don't really need the effect hit quite so much. We can get that in gear. Legend aura, we want something like magic touch aura, but it's still not as good as recovery. We could go down the route of skill master aura. Self-casting active skills, or as gain damage surge. We could go down that route, or the arena dominator for the speed, and then that's doubled an arena, meaning we can be faster than the majority of people. That would be very, very good as well. In fact, that would probably be pretty OP at the moment, unless someone had an Ascindo. So he won't have an aura on in this video, so bear that in mind as well. Now, on the note of gear. Yes, we want him fast. So we want to go for, ideally, a feather set, or a speed set. Speed set will be viable as long as you can get really big health rate rolls. If you can get feather set with the health rate rolls as well, obviously it's going to be better because it does increase it slightly as well. Effect resistance isn't too vital here. It would be nice, but we're immune to freeze anyway. We may need it for the likes of Ascindo, however. She could cause us some issues. Effect hit should be pretty high, but it's not like massively essential in comparison to, say, Nasil. But it would mean if we had a fast enough one, we wouldn't have to use Nasil, because we could freeze, and it has a higher chance to freeze the enemies than Nasil, so he could actually replace Nasil, but he would have to be super fast. And in theory, it wouldn't matter then, right? It wouldn't matter, because no matter how fast the enemy Nasil is, we're always going to cleanse the freeze he puts on our attackers, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay. So either health rate set can also be very nice for PvE, but you would want to have some speed substats, of course health rate substats. I mean, it says here health, speed and effect is, you know, recommended anyway, which is accurate. So effect resistance, however, is nothing to be shy of. Okay, that can help you a lot. So health, speed, feather. First aid would be okay, the speed and effect hit increase. For PvE mainly, I would say though. PvP, sorry, not PvE. We could go down the route of toughness set, health increase by 20%, some tenacity and effect resistance would be very nice. Health and effect resistance. But we would need to get a lot of speed. So let's have a little look at the substats we rolled on this gear for this tuck. Effect resistance, health rate, and defense rate and defense, which is a shame. But the health rate and effect resistance is okay. On the chest, not much speed. Health rate and effect hit times 3, which, you know, in theory is kind of a nice set. Imagine if this was a first aid piece, it'd be great with that effect hit plus 20%. The boot, we managed to get crit rate and health rate, 2 rolls into this, which wasn't too bad. Effect resistance and effect hit. After this, we managed to get health rate plus 2, plus 1 speed. If that rolled into effect hit, this would be considered the perfect piece, right? It would be considered the perfect piece. But it's not quite that. The first artifact, we've got health rate and health. Make sure you choose health with the health rate. Or, I mean, you could argue defense, but we want to keep scaling up that health for our shield. So, no. So, health rate, effect hit, speed, if you can get it. Second artifact, effect hit, speed, and health rate. is ideal. Effect resistance as well if you can get it. The final artifact, speed. You want health rate, you want effect hit, and effect resistance will be okay as well. Shame this rolled badly. It may come in. It would be nice for, say, Quinlan, right? Can Quinlan use this piece? He's not in this faction, is he? I don't know because I don't have him. Boo, boo. So that is that for his gear. His stats look like this. Effect hit 64, speed 2000, bang on in at 2000, the millennium. Health 648. Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I say it's okay. It's better than some people can have, right? Shush, Kazakh, shush. Right, let's have a quick look in the arena with Tuck, and we're going to test this actually. Okay, we're going to test it. Who can we do? Has anyone just gotten a seal? I don't want to go against Ben Austin and all that guys, be toxic. Nasil, Catherine. Should we attack Hippo? No, I can't attack Hippo again. Let's attack Kardan. Nasil, Catherine, Luna, Slavel, Lucifer. Scary, scary, scary. Okay, let's bring in Tuck. Let's bring him in. Let's take out Nasil. Let's take out Nasil. Throw in a Cindo and Tuck. Now, this could be scary because his Luna could bring up the speed of... Yeah. Okay, we're going to test it anyway. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Take out Slavel. Bring in... I shouldn't need to be being picky here. Let's bring in Margarita and Poseidon. Yeah, I know. I know. Disgusting, right? Alright, let's find out how this works. Let's find out how this works. If the enemy only has a Nasil, it's not scary anymore because we have Tuck to ruin Nasil's day. Okay, everyone is frozen. Our attackers aren't, however. Okay. He cleansed it. She cleansed it. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. And he got his speed put down, right? Who despeeded him? Alright, we're gonna just... Jeez, Lucifer, naughty. Right, freeze. We are freeze on a Cinder. Let's see the size of the shield that comes up here. We couldn't see it, but it's gone over the top of it. It's fine. Let's just do some counter-attacking here. We have Lucifer in the enemy team as well. He's frozen, however. Luckily, because we would have been dead. We would have been dead. I feel like this has been a really bad test. This is a bad test, isn't it? We need Elena in here. You're going to have to use Margarita a moment. Oh my goodness, we needed Poseidon. Yeah, we're screwed. Alright, Kardan, you got the better of me. Got the better of me. Wow. Lucifer is hitting hard even without exclusives. Alright, we're coming out. We're gonna bring in Elena. Yeah. And we're gonna go against Kardan again. Okay, let's bring in... I'm not too worried about a Cindo here because we're going a bit slower. It's more vital that we remove those shields. Yeah. Issue. My Elena... No, never mind, because Catherine's faster. That's okay. So now we strip these. We strip these. Oh, for goodness sake. Poseidon, you're too fast. That's fine, we soaked that one up. Okay, now we can freeze the enemies, freeze ourselves here, and then shield. Big boy shields, and everyone's frozen. But we're gonna use the nuke here without any buffs. I mean, that kind of worked. Now I know Catherine has cleansed our shield, cleansed our freeze, but Tuck would have done the same, right? Tuck would have done the same. You've seen it when we self-freezed. But then we do need the exclusive 1 for that. Hippo with his Focus and Lucifer will be nasty. This will be nasty. Let's see if we can soak up the damage from Hippo on his Lucifer. We're not getting any use from Poseidon at the moment. Ben Austin doing what he does. Now we can strip these with Elena. I mean, we could just go and nuke and kill this team, but I just want to try, you know, I'm showcasing Tuck here. And I want, oh, what? We should have just done it because he's refreshed our cooldowns. Hippo, you need to make that Lucifer doing more damage. Have you got him no gear or something? You must have. You must have. Right, we're not gonna do it again. We're not gonna use Margarita's crazy one. We're gonna freeze. Only the 1. We need more effective. And he freeze our Margarita as well. Look at the size of our shield here. I mean, it just cannot take down this even Poseidon. It's that Lucifer, isn't it? I think he's naked. I think he's naked. I mean, you see that there, even on his basic 104k is, you know, it's a nice amount. It wasn't frozen. It'd be 50% extra if they was frozen. There's a freeze. Everyone else is freezed on our team. Now we shield us. It is a nice shield as well. I mean, his shield bar. It's scary. Okay, so he can be used in arena, but you would want to have him faster than even I have him built. You know, for full effect, full effect. He'd be very good in advanced arena as well. Where could he be used PvE wise? Well, we could use him in Faction Abyss. Is he the Forgotten as well? Yeah, he is. So he's very good for the Forgotten, you know, especially if the Recovery Horn already. This is the current team I'm using in Forgotten, by the way, just so you know. It's only got up to stage 19 so far. Now, if we consider Blue Tower, he's very good in this as well. Unfortunately, again, I'm not past this stage yet. And this is the team that I'll be using at the moment is Tuck, Hisaro, Maya, Daisy, and Frey. I feel like this has good potential. It'll be interesting to test it actually, but that's going to take too long. That's going to take too long to get through the waves initially. Very tempted, but it's been 18 minutes already. I'll cover that on a separate video. Tuck can be very good in campaign, obviously, because with the size of the shields and the CC of the enemies at the same time. He could be very good in Dwarven Ruins as well, with the CC and the shield as well for certain bosses. But the fact is, he is pretty much the only shielder in Blue Mark other than Dustin now. And I know we just did a video on Frey. So we have our shields. Frey, Tuck, Dustin. We have a healer in Maya. We're getting more heroes to tackle Blue Tower now. Unfortunately, we don't have a big shield remover, so it does kind of force you to go and use Frey, right? It does kind of force you to do that. People are using Quinlan now as well. So Blue Mark is coming on pretty nice. I more wanted to show Tuck in PvP, but you can imagine how he works in PvE. Just make sure you switch over the emblems. That will help. He's never going to be used in Guild Boss. Remember, Guild Boss always ignores shields, so it's never going to help in that sense of things, guys. He can be very good in Brave Trial. It's pointless me taking it for. He's not a damage hero. He's just, you know, he's a better Wim. He's a better Liz kind of thing. With the sort of about the cleanse. All right, guys. I'm Carzetable. Thank you for watching. If you have Tuck, I hope you enjoy Tuck. I hope you take advantage of switching those emblems up for PvP and PvE. I'm Carzetable. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Have a great day or evening, wherever you are.